Hey viewers and viewresses, my name is General Red Strategist, and look at this, ladies and gents. You can probably recognise what this is. This is the Lost Legends of Redwall, the Scout, Act number 3. Final one, I do believe. So, this actually came out over the Christmas period, and I had it on my wish list, but I completely forgot about it because I was so distracted by other games. But we played the first two in the series, so it's only natural we've got to play the third one, right? And complete the story. So, of course, you know, just to remind you all of where we were up to, our two characters, Liam and Sophia, was it River Mouse? Those two, yeah. I think that was their surname. Basically, they were en route to find, I think it was the Scrimpaws, the Stokes, who apparently are healers, because one of them, whichever one basically you don't play as, is injured after, of course, the first act. And we met some friends on the way. Old, what's-his-face, I think, was he called Glimber, the mole, who we've met. And I think what's-her-face is with us as well, Tussa. So, you know, this will continue the story. We'll get to, I think it's called the Winsome Wraith, I believe, was the name of where these Stoke healers are supposed to be. You know what? Let's just throw ourselves straight in. Now, choose your hero. We've been playing as Sophia, pretty much, so Sophia, we'll go with her. The Winsome Wraith, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. So, of course, Cheese Thief, or whatever he's called, he's emerging as the villain. And, of course, in the second act, we, you know, met, apart from him, obviously, Captain Snow as well. So we're getting all your favourite characters as well as all these fictitious ones, too. I'm kind of curious, though, if at any point Redwall itself kind of comes into play in this story, or if it's basically its own thing. Here we go, one of these beautifully little drawn cutscenes.
It's starting again. Who's that?
Shh, you'll see.
It's the Stoat. He's going to get Sophia.
Just watch.
It's not there. You already know what happened.
I only know because my grandfather told me when I was sick.
Apologies if you hear me sipping my
enjoying your play,
tea in the background.
Happy he's found something to get his mind off everything else. William has grown into a fine young mouse.
He's taken quite a liking to the young scouts. You know, he told me that Sophia reminds him of a certain someone.
A certain someone? Who?
Why, you, of course.
The mother.
Goodness. I'm nothing like Sophia. There are so many ways that I have failed him as a parent. I mean, his father...
William is a wise Dibbon and an understanding one. He'll be all right.
Okay, so the story continues.
Sorry.
Who's sneezing?
You missed the whole second act.
So sorry. I think I got that cold you had, William. I barely convinced Mum to let me come back and see the rest of the play.
Come on, you just made it in time for Act 3.
And so have we, ladies and gentlemen.
My Stoats.
What'd I miss?
You guys, I want to watch.
Well, we've got to get Matthew up to speed.
Well, let's do that then.
Sophia made it to the lighthouse, but with Scumsnout hot on her
Okay, so this was the first
How
act.
did she get to the lighthouse again? And, why was Scumsnout there?
God, I'm slurping my tea a bit here.
Wraith attacked Lily Grove. Remember?
That's right. That happened in Act 1.
Sophia was awarded the title of Overwatch and initiated into the Lily Grove Scout Corps. But Scumsnout and his sea rats attacked, and so Captain Robin sent Sophia to light the Lily Grove lighthouse.
Oh, right. I remember now.
But then Scumsnout sent her flying off the lighthouse tower with his massive tail.
But don't worry, Sophia was okay.
Just to keep you up to date, ladies and gentlemen, in case you can't remember what happened in the previous two acts.
Liam had been bitten by Scumsnout, whose drool was as
That's right.
poisonous as an
So we're
iron.
going with Liam being the injured one who needs help.
He needed a healer. So Robin sent Sophia and Liam to the Winsome Wraith, where an old friend would be able to help them. Of course, Sophia had some trouble along the way to the Wraith, but Tusa and the more Glimber joined
That
in
was
the
his
help.
name. Okay, so yeah, we got our little party of 4.
Too, like the Sea Rat Captain, Cheese Thief.
Here he is, yes.
Cheese Thief was after the mice because he knew they had a special key, the Tanagram. Then, in Pontaderia, Sophia had to battle Scumsnout again.
What is that weird problem?
Scumsnout chased Sophia over the docks and bridges of Pontaderia. Finally, Sophia jumped across and Scumsnout
Presumably plunged to his death.
didn't make it.
It's about
Oh,
time.
jeez.
He fell down
The drool coming out of his mouth.
giant sinkhole. And they all found the Winsome Wraith. There was just one catch. The healer was a stout.
That's the one.
Stout? But aren't stouts dangerous?
I guess you'll have to find out.
I guess we'll be about to find out, ladies and gentlemen.
And
No.
what makes you think we want to help you, little mouse?
Well,
Calm down, Bolo. Now, Scout, you said. Robin sent you?
Yes, that's right, please. It's my Liam. He's been poisoned. Captain Robin said you could help him.
Of course we can.
They're strangers.
That's enough. Both of you. Mouse does look in a bad way.
Valo Scrimpaw, that was his name.
You better come inside.
There you go. Alright. So, will they be friendly?
Winsome Wraith. This is my son Bolo, my daughter Mila.
Hi.
You'll have to forgive us for frightening you. We have a standard protocol for strange visitors.
I wasn't being frightened or...
Now, what's happened to this young mouse?
He was bit by that wear-it Scumsnout.
The one with the infectious snout.
I see. Come, here's the infirmary. I'll see to Liam immediately.
Do we trust them?
Your friends
Oh.
aren't looking too good, eh?
We're getting straight into the game.
Knows this, Bo.
Shut up, Toad for brains.
Enough. Lie him down here.
Oh.
What were you doing around a wear-it anyway?
Bolo, please fetch the feverfew from the pantry. Hurry now.
But I... fine.
Mila, my flower, I need you to stir this mix. Keep it to the flame, but do not let it boil.
Yes, Papa.
The wound. It smells worse than ever.
What you're smelling is rot. The broken skin has gone black with infection, but it hasn't yet spread to the blood. There's time, but not much. Bastard blight. We need more ginkgo.
I was about to say, do we need to go on a fetch quest?
Can you fetch it from the back shelf? It will smell like this leaf here.
Right away.
Okay. So, Kate, have you sent journal? Bring the ginkgo to Valo. And here's my scent as usual. So we just learnt ginkgo, whatever that was. Straight into the game. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, you see? So, God, he's got like smells of fish and everything. Look at this place. Oh, Glimber apparently is through there. I see. But we'll look around first. Oh, how you doing over there, Liam? You're looking a bit worse for wear. Damn, he's tall. Look at that guy. He's sort of muttering to himself about horses. You know, fun fact about that. It's funny because in the original Redwall story, you know, you had obviously a horse pulling Thingy's cart, Clooney's cart, but then horses never actually appeared again in any other Redwall story. So it's funny, like in that one story they have a Redwall and all, a Redwall, a horse in and all that. Okay, so we got sense. Obviously, these moles are apparently pungent +1. Okay, musky +1 for the mice. I see rats. It's good that we've got all these. Wearette, musky +2, onions, apples. Okay, look at all this that we've already got unlocked, but there's a ton of other smells that we can find, and apparently Liam is here. He's got a bit of a woody smell about him. What about Sophia? Organic and floral, I see. Oh look, old snow. Mineral +1, that's an interesting one. Ginkgo, organic, floral, earthy. Okay, so that's the symbol we're looking for. Okay, yeah, this is all familiar. Now, obviously, I'm probably going to be recording a huge, well, if not all of it, I'll be recording a huge chunk of this this afternoon because I've got a fairly free day ahead of me, which is fantastic. Work has not yet started for the new year, so it's going to be good. Well, it will have restarted by the time this video goes out, but that's the thing. Okay, so, whereabouts are we? We must be in the medical bay over here, because I think this thing is like an old shipwreck. Deep storage. Okay, and you got the rooms all over. Well, different cabins, that is. Okay, so that's the map of the Winsome Wraith. Bring the ginkgo to Valo and help him heal Liam. That's all our stuff as usual. Documents, we haven't got any of those yet. Scents. And people, who we've, well, we haven't really got anyone else unlocked. But this is just your backstory on the characters over here. So, nothing particularly new there that I don't think we know, well, we don't know already. Nice. So we'll unlock more people as we go along, probably. Okay, ginkgo. It is somewhere. Is it over here? Looks like it might be. It might be worth us talking actually to other creatures as well.
Too damp here to dry hang some of the more delicate herbs, so we store them in glass jars. It's hard to tell them apart with your eyes, but the nose always knows.
I hope that's not too quiet for you, folks. I did take the master volume down a little bit. I can always adjust those in due course later. I'm just thinking I'll probably be recording... Well, I'll probably split the footage into episodes of maybe about 30 to 45 minutes each, somewhere around there. There you go, there's the old jump mechanic. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, as usual, how Soma Games have done in terms of, you know, continuously improving and working on their creations. Aha! Is that one?
Ginkgo?
No, I don't think that is, because, no, this one's ginkgo over here.
This is definitely ginkgo.
There you go, you got the right scent. Oh, we can examine all of these, though.
Ginkgo?
Could it be ginkgo? What's this?
Not sure this is ginkgo, but it doesn't hurt to check.
Well, we'll just help ourselves to all their things, you know. Scent learned garlic. There we go. Got that one. What's this one?
Doesn't quite smell correct. But it might be.
Well, if it doesn't smell quite correct, that means it probably won't be, but what do we got here?
I don't think this is ginkgo. But maybe?
I'm just wondering if picking all these up is maybe going to, I don't know, unlock some
I'll grab
sense.
this too, just in case.
Gonna be way down with jars.
Doesn't hurt to be prepared.
Because why not, eh? Right. What else we got around here? Glimbers around there. There's all like these little scent markers around the floor, of course, with various things going in and out. Well, various scents, basically. Anything over here, like on the bunks? There's just the breeze going in that direction. What if we can go outside and talk to... Oh, I don't think we can. Oh, it's locked, that's why. Never mind. We can dash around. Can we go through this door over here? That's also locked. Yeah, I think we have to concentrate on this first, don't we? Oh, wait a minute, there's a document there. New mail, gratitude from Redwall. Okay, let's have a look at that. Is it J for journal? Here we are. Did we find sense? Oh, well, right, we've unlocked these two, basically. So we could read about them if we wanted. Scholar is the 7th generation in the line of Stoats who've dedicated themselves to forsaking the ways of vermin and adopting the ways of the woodlanders, but it's not always easy for him. In his more youthful days, he against his family's wishes, joined a vermin horde and served as a captain among them. He was fortunately able to find his true self and turn his back on the evil doings of vermin. Owes much of the redemption of his soul to his close friend, Lilygrove Captain Robin Sprinkpaw, and his marriage to the love of his life. Val and his wife made their home in a long abandoned moored corsair ship known as the Winsome Wraith. Eventually were joined by their two children, Bolo and Mila. Unfortunately, Val's wife grew ill. Despite his incredible talent, he couldn't save her. Loss of his love stolen from his joy, since fallen into a deep sorrow. It is his children now who are his whole life. Even God can't speak today for some reason. Despite his defection from the vermin hordes, he keeps up to date on all the doings in Mossflower. Only recently has he allowed Bolo to sit in on the long meetings he has with woodlanders and other grey vermin to discuss current events. His intention to protect his family at all costs. By temperament, he's studious and serious. While there exists in him a streak of for joy and merriment, it's a rare but beautiful sight. Part of him worries that breaking discipline, even for the sake of happiness, may present an open door to backsliding. Let's see. Oh, right, he's got... Oh, what are these like down here? Are these just sort of like his character traits? Administration, scholar, sage, jester, warden. Okay, interesting. And Mila, what about you? You're shepherd, sage, communion, knight, jester. She's a precocious preteen stoat whose deepest desire in life is to be a healer at Redwall. Interesting. She's heard that the healers there are the best in the world, and she wants to be the best. She's incredibly intelligent and logical, always ready with a sharp remark, but not always taken seriously by her brother and father due to her youth. Why can't they just see she isn't a child anymore? Most of all, the family doesn't quite support her obsession with learning how the animal body works. She studies anatomy with insatiable curiosity, which in the Redwall world is considered a strange and morbid interest, as healing in this day and age relies on mostly herbal techniques, and anatomy requires the study of bodies. After giving up on convincing Mila she needn't be cutting up and examining corpses, Valo now pretends not to notice her pursuit of these studies. He and Mila are very close, and he doesn't want to risk losing her. Despite the differences, she's extremely loyal to her family and their vow to be good beasts, and deeply loves her big brother and father. When she's not studying the healing arts with Papa or examining bodies in secret, she's baking, twirling in frill skirts to her own music and forcing Bolo to wear her flower crowns. I see. Okay. So, surgeon in the making. I see indeed, right. So we're getting information on the characters, in essence. I imagine we'll get to talk to here, Man to Grimble, and presumably is that Tusser through there? We'll talk to them in a second, alright. I've got the ginkgo, probably.
Oh, you've brought ginkgo as well as just about everything else.
Yes.
No worries. I'll put it all back later.
Indeed, I'm weighed down.
A sleeping herb that'll help Liam get the rest he needs. I believe the jar on the shelf here is empty, but you can find extra on my bedroom's nightstand. Head to the port side of the ship and look for the room that smells like me. You'll know it when you scent it.
Okay, bring Valerian, I see. Yes, I did kind of bring a lot of stuff, didn't I? A lot of stuff that wasn't really necessary. Oh, what's that on the floor, though? Is that something I can scent? Oh, it's just like a cloth or something. Ah, you know how much I do absolutely love. I do love these games. They are great. Even though, you know, I've said it before, they're basic at times, but they're fun, you know? And that's what makes them so good. Can we get out through there? No. Right, well, you two are in here. Let's talk to you and unlock your files.
Hiya, Glimber.
Oh, hello, Miss Sophia.
Ah, yes, I remember liking you.
This mole ship be much cozier than I did imagine.
About the Scrimpaws, about Glimber, about rats, or never mind. Let's talk about the
What do you
Scrimpaws.
think of the Scrimpaws? They seem rather friendly.
I do be liking that little Mila. She did give away a flower from her collection, she did her.
Oh, how nice. What sort of flower?
Oh,
Deadly nightshade.
I don't know.
No.
I used to shy
Foxgloves.
back,
Something
but
poisonous.
Said she'd be helping me put it in my fur later. I do like flowers.
Okay, that's them. About you, then,
How
Glimber.
are you feeling, Glimber?
Oh, I'm okay. A bit better than I would have been thinking I'd be.
I'm so glad to hear that. You seem a bit less cheeky.
Or maybe it be just we find me somewhere cozy.
There we go. Look at him nodding at me about rats.
Those rats better be a distant memory. If I see a single one more, I swear I'm gonna pull out my whiskers.
I sure don't want to be messing with no rats again either. I think I've had enough for one day. Maybe a whole lifetime.
Okay, now we can talk about Cheese Thief, we can talk about Scum Snout, we can agree. Cheese
Do you
Thief.
think Cheese Thief may be following us?
That big rat we be seeing at Camp Sylvie San.
Sylvie Sands.
I don't know. See rats being quite superstitious creatures, or I do be wondering if they'd like a wrecked ship like this one.
That's true enough. Still, it's safer we prepare for the worst. We'll warn Valor and his family about Cheese Thief over dinner.
Okie dokie. I'll be taking your lead.
Some interesting noise in the background, sounds like wind. Nice ambience.
I'm just
Scum
glad
Snout.
Snout's gone for good. Finally.
I don't know how you be facing him alone the first time, Scum Snout be the biggest rat I've ever seen,
They say he isn't even a rat. Like, not fully. He's like part weasel or something.
Oh, that'd be all the more frightening,
Indeed, yes. Ryan Jakes did have that little fusion of rat and weasel to create Wayret. Agree. That's everything from him then.
Okay, I'll be here, waiting for supper to enter my stomach.
Of course. Indeed, yes. Also, I got that document, didn't I? I haven't actually read that. Gratitude from Redwall. Dearest Scrimpaws, truly there are no words to express the gratitude we owe your family, your hospitality, your knowledge, your kindness, and the bravery of your youngest Dibben. The Dryditch fever has once again been banished from Mossflower Wood, and this time we plan to keep it so. Okay, that was another that's a reference. Dryditch fever was the one in... which book was it? Salamandastron? Where basically they had a pandemic in Redwall. Oh dear. Feels weird with COVID and all that at the moment. Efforts are being made at the Abbey to cultivate the delicate blooms deep in the cellars, but so far to no avail. Allow me to ask you another favour, and I know I speak for the Abbey when I say, if any beast can figure out the secrets to grafting a domestic bloom, it would be you, attached to the healthiest remaining bulbs of the Flowers of Ice tour. Again, reference to Salamandastron. I think all of Mossflower would sleep better knowing that such a rare cure is safely on hand at all times. And who knows what other medicinal uses they may offer. Our dear Friar has even pondered all manner of dishes he would invent, given a steady supply. Not that I hope to bribe you, dear friend. Know that a warm hearth and hearty meal are always set for you at Redwall. I hope to soon pay my gratitude in person, but for now there is still much to tend to. May Martin watch over you and yours. Thought they might have signed it and Abbott something or other, but no. Okay, right, so I've unlocked a few more scents there. I think we've probably unlocked a few more from actually, yeah, looking at all those different jars before. Well, there's valerians, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for basically like a little sprig of pinkish flowers. That's what we're after here. We can just sort of explore the ship though, can't we, for the moment? And talk to various characters. Something to look at there? No, that's just stuff. There's a lot of mystery sense though coming through in there, possibly. Or this here. Yeah, it's coming through from the other room. We'll investigate that in a second, as soon as we talk to old Tusser over here.
Do you really think Liam will be alright?
Didn't Robin say Valo's the best healer south of Redwall? Besides, Liam's not giving up yet.
So we can ask similar questions to what we asked to I didn't say Grimble, Glimber, Scrimpaws.
What do you think about the Scrimpaws?
Well, they seem friendly enough, except for that Bolo. Doesn't take his eye off us.
You don't trust him?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little nervous. Stoats are so big.
Okay, watch out for Bolo, that's what they're saying. Could be dangerous. We don't know.
Tessa, how are you doing? I feel like I've been so caught up with Liam's condition, I haven't checked in on you.
You don't need to be worrying about me. I'm fine. Maybe feeling a bit like I wasn't so prepared for a big adventure as I thought I was.
Tessa, you have been an incredible help. With everything. We couldn't have gotten this far without you.
Well, I still think you're the right person to be carrying along the Tangram.
He'll be safe with Valo.
What's on your mind, Sophia?
I can't believe just a few days ago we were back at camp with no idea what was in store for us. We faced a Wraith, flown with an owl, flooded a mole camp, and now we've met Stoats.
Not to mention fought off more than our share of sea rats. I think I've seen more just today than my mum and pop saw in their whole lifetimes.
What do you think comes next?
I don't know, Sophia. There's a little part of me that's excited.
I'm curious if, if at any point we will, like I say, go to Redwall itself. I wouldn't be surprised though if they didn't do that, because obviously that would take probably a lot of effort to reconstruct it in a video game. Because that's the thing, like, I think if you read all of the sort of the Brian Jake's Redwall books, sometimes there are a few questions about the consistency of what Redwall is, well, how it's actually laid out inside, its internal structure. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Like I say, if they will, if Soma Games will have constructed it in the game, but we'll see.
The Tangram will be safe now.
I still wish Robin would have told us what it's.
Well, no doubt we'll find out what it's for.
Rats want it so badly.
Well, we're at it. We better give the Stoats a rundown of those rats, so they're prepared, just in case.
I certainly hope the rats will come this far. But of course, you're right. They deserve all the information we can spare.
There we go. Right, so we've talked to her.
Will be soon.
I can't believe how much I miss being in a warm house.
Aye, and thank Martin they're making us dinner. I've never been more hungry in all my life.
Interesting. They even talk about Martin in Lilygrove, apparently. Oh, gosh, I almost ran up that ladder there. There we are. Alright, so Valo Scrimpaw did say that the Valerian is on the port side of the old boat, which would be the left side. Oh, hello. Oh, showing me something here. We've got a puzzle. Something to... Oh, wow. Okay, this looks like a big jumping puzzle. This does. See... Optional, collect the memoir page. Okay, we've got a little side quest, ladies and gents. See, this is why I like these games, because they have such interesting little designs, and Soma Games do put a lot of heart into what they do. Right, what's this do? Oh, okay. We can move these things, I see. I'm kind of curious though, can you... Nah. Just wondering if you could sort of hit it like that, but I don't think you can. Okay, so we move those. Is there a ladder up somewhere? I should look around. Or maybe we can jump up there, perhaps, on these crates. Maybe. We can jump up onto them, but can we get onto there? Oh no, it's a bit too high, that. Okay, there's a puzzle in here. We need to solve it. Unless there's like a point somewhere that I can shoot, maybe. So we can sort of swap around these crates. Let's just swap it back around the other way. Right, so whilst we're turning that crank, we can't really do anything else. So if we stand on there, can you sort of do this, or... Oh, there's the objective marker off over there, telling me where I actually need to be. Damn, this place is in a bit of a state of disrepair, isn't it? Yeah, No, it doesn't activate. Right, so we need to figure this out. There's a memoir page in here, and it's up above. But the question is, how does one get to it? Oh, hang on. The sensor all going over here, and going out through the woodwork, which is pretty much something. And there's a lot of... yeah, a lot of unidentified scents coming from up above as well, by the looks of it. Alright. I wonder. I wonder. Do we need to... so this was how the platforms were laid out previously. Before. Maybe we need to switch them round. Hold on. We're going to keep exploring. I mean, this is an optional side thing. We don't need to be worried too much about this. So it looks like there could be a path up above, if we can just find it. Or maybe can we... is there something over here? Or... nope. Don't get stuck on that. It's just a log coming through the side of the vessel. Alright. Okay, well, for now, we'll just sort of leave that. Let's back through there. What was in this direction? Because there's stuff in here. Oh, what was that? That was just the question marks of the things. Is there anything on the shelf that we can examine? No. Not by the looks of it. Oh, some very interesting stuff around, isn't there? Well, the barrels over here. Ah, there is stuff to... ale. There we go. We learnt an ale scent. Nice. So what does that look like? It looks like a big sort of frothing tankard. At least on the icon it does. Okay. Man, we can go sort of everywhere here. This is fantastic, really, isn't it? More ale scents in here. Wonder if there's any of those, like, jam jars that you can find in this one. Because you could find those in the last one. They were just basically like little pickups, little bonuses that you could find. I'm just kind of curious. That's blocked up in there. It's like some sort of library. We could probably get in there if we find our way around. Oh. Ah, I think this is the Valerian. So this is where it wants us to actually be. Interesting. He's got another door over here. We'll come back in here in a second, because this is probably where it wants us to actually be. That, yeah, that's what it wants us to look at.
Ah, there it is. Oh, better get this back to Valor.
Okay, that was actually both. Is that like candy canes he's got in there? Looks like it, doesn't it? Maybe a little Christmassy Easter egg. Alright, well, we don't need to go back to him just yet. We can keep going for the time being and just look around. Ah, check out this. It's got... oh, right, something here. New law, Summer of Dark Sun. Will that be in documents? Yes. Summer of Dark Sun this season is marked by a very curious darkening of the sun. The day started as any bright and clear, but once come midday the air grew cold and dark as dusk. Without a cloud in sight, it was a most befuddling event that only grew stranger, to say the very least. Soon it was night for all of the time it takes to eat a helping of nut bread at a mole's pace. Stars appearing was strange enough, but our sun shone as a dim ring with a thin veil draped behind. And again it was dawn, the air warm, the sky brightened, and I swear on the beloved grave of my dear mum that shadows snaked through dust and dirt. To a never before such a sight seen. A remarkable happening to mark a year of fine harvest and celebration. Sounds like you had an eclipse. That sounds like what they went through. Yes. You have to remember, of course, for a society of creatures living in a very, well, living in a world that's basically medieval in its level of technology and knowledge. That's probably what happened there. They probably had a solar eclipse. The moon going across the sun. And they didn't realise it, hence why it suddenly went dark. Is there anything else in here? Doesn't look like it, does it? Okay. So maybe more areas of the ship will actually open up as we're going along. So hang on, let me look at the map. So, Bolo's room, Mila's room, Lyra's room, Valo's study. There's the medical bay there. Barrel room, deep storage. Washroom, kitchen up there. Lyra's room. Who is Lyra? I don't think we've seen whoever that is yet. Right, Valo's study. I guess that consists of his room as well. Yeah, it looks like there are places we haven't really been. Because it said they have a library on here, or well, he's got his study. Okay, yeah. So interesting. All right. We're going to go back this way. So hang on, is this the? This must be the barrel room, mustn't it? That we're in right now. So yeah. So we're on this side of the ship. We are on the port side. I see. So we can't go through into here or to the kitchen just yet, can we? That's interesting. Wonder if we can go to deep storage. Let's have a look at that. Oh, is that through there, actually? Oh, that's just this room, isn't it? Yeah, at the very front of what would have been the vessel, I do think. And the medical bay's right there. Okay, so is there not like another door over there? No. Wonder if there's a way to get onto the starboard side. Probably. We can go through the door over here, can't we? Because we don't need to talk to him just yet. We can talk to what's his? Oh no, maybe not. Oh well, maybe we have to talk to him, and then the starboard side of the vessel will actually open up. What's up?
Pa keeps a bottle of valerian in his room, but it tends to get knocked off in the night. Don't worry about digging around for it. We have nothing to hide.
I have kind of been digging around, but okay. Alright, dude.
I realised my supply was so low. But should be enough for a mouse. All right, Mila, that should be enough. Let that cool while we clean and dress the wound. Clear any dirt and fur and make sure it's dry before we apply the salve. Now, Bolo. Bolo? That boy. Please excuse him. Guests are a tricky thing for a Scrimpaws. Especially so, since it's important I see to the stitching on the bite. Would you go grab the feverfew from Bolo?
Okay. Difficult for guests since what exactly? Okay, scent learned nasturtium. Interesting, let's have a look at that. Because it'll be on here somewhere. Nasturtium. Hot root, lilac, ale, radish. Nasturtium, so it's basically like orangey flowers with big green leaves behind them. That's what we're looking for. So we must be able to go through there now, right? And talk to old what's-his-face. Just check those sacks there, they're not... No, nothing. Okay. Here we go. Now we're on the starboard side of the vessel by the looks of it. Okay. Unidentified sense. Talk to this dude.
What is it?
Valo sent me to see if you'd found the feverfew yet.
If it's not in the pantry, ask Mila. I don't know.
But Valo sent you to collect it.
I'm not your cabin boy. You have a nose, don't you? Find it yourself.
Okay, we can either press him or we can leave. I'm just wondering if any of those, you know, in the second one there were like the dialogue things where sometimes you had to pick the best option out of all of them. You know, just using the little UI portrait of the character as a clue for what was the best. I wonder if we're going to get any of those at some point. Okay, let's press him.
I know you have it, and my Liam needs it. Can you just give us some?
Boo-hoo for your Liam. I told you already, I don't have any.
I can smell the feverfew on you. You want me to tell Valo you're messing with his medicines?
Are you threatening me, Mouse? Ha! Get lost.
I know I can smell feverfew on him. If I follow his scent, I'm sure I can find wherever he hid it. But why would he do that?
Okay, so we have to follow the scent of it, of the feverfew. He's got it on him somewhere. More candy canes. Look at that. Right. Oh, something else up? Oh no, it's just him. Can we sort of... There we go. Scent learned, stoked. Nice, we got that. Also, use active sense to track critters. Oh, that was up for very briefly just then. Never mind. Okay, right, so let's have a look. Also, we should get the character right somewhere in here. Oh god. Accidentally going up a bit there. Didn't mean to do that. That's them. So we learnt stow. That's there. I see. Characters. Here we are. Oh, Tusser. You're on here now, aren't you? Sage, scholar, benefaction, warden, philosopher. Oh, your last name is Pausnettle. She grew up in Lily Grove along with Liam and Sophia's generation, but she watched from afar as they, Fabian, Laban, I've forgotten how to pronounce his name, all grew up together. Awkwardness and unpopularity taught her to be defensive and aloof. As a young scout, she never quite lost the fundamental mistrust of her youth, and many regard her as cold and unapproachable, but a facade of feisty confidence only serves to hide her shyness, and she dreams of being surrounded by friends. Yes. After breaking through Tusser's wall, she's kind, funny, and a devoutly loyal friend. Even so, she doesn't want to be a hero. She prefers to keep a low profile, but be well thought of by her peers. Indeed. Glimber. Raised in a small mole village near Camp Sylvie Sands. Father was a construction builder, often travelling great distances. Good friends with Formol. Because of this, Glimber has had a sense of adventure and a yearning to see the world. Unfortunately, his father was killed on one of these journeys while he was still quite young. Since then, he's done all he can to help care for his mother, who has a heart condition, leaving her unable to work. As a child, struggled to build close relationships. He's had few friends and was frequently the target of teasing. But where are we? There we are. Due to both his history of bullying and his father's death, he's become very fearful, anxious and paranoid, overshadowing his yearning for adventure. When his term came for dig about, he did not travel far from home, instead opting to work at the Camp Silver Sands mine. He can still easily visit his mother and easily send her home his earnings. Glimmer is quite the historian when given the opportunity to learn, and though he can neither read nor write, he enjoys collecting trinkets found around the mine and surrounding area that can tell him the story of the history of his world. Also quite the cook, and his meals are some of the favoured of his co-moles. However, due to his cowardice, which can make him rather annoying to those who lack a great deal of patience, he continues to have trouble befriending the mines or the moles. At present, they merely tolerate him. He's also something of a gardener, keeping a number of plants growing underground in the winter mines. He's currently working on perfecting his recipe for fertile soil. He also collects pretty stones and even has a few that look as if flowers and ferns were embedded in them, which are his favourites. He's in his dig-about season when Sophia and Liam meet him in Camp Silversands. Him choosing to continue onwards with them on their journey is his first step in overcoming his fear, learning to manage anxiety and becoming an adventurer like his father before him. Scholar, sage, encomium, philosopher, warden. There you go, that's a bit about him. And we got the other Scrimpaw, he's here. He's king, shepherd, encomium, philosopher, knight. He's the eldest son of Valor Scrimpaw, an apprentice in the healing arts his family has practiced for generations. He's a competent student even, and works diligently, but unlike his father, he's a moody and choleric creature. Although Valo claims Bolo's poor attitude is simply the result of a teenage phase, to Bolo's distaste. He wishes his father would just take the time to understand him, but Valo is instead overwhelmed by Bolo's emotional intensity. He respects his father, but the two are not close, and he misses his mother, who died of sickness several seasons before, a loss and a medical failure that both of them feel sharply even today. Loves his little sister dearly, though his constant mocking of her might suggest otherwise. I see. So that's him as well. Gosh. Looks like we're going to get a fair few characters in here, potentially. That's going to be good. Interesting. No doubt, obviously, this will probably be sort of divided into little chapters, or sections, as the previous games were. So, you know, we'll encounter more and more characters as we go along. Ha! They've got like a little Christmas tree in the corner with more candy canes on it. Indeed. I was also curious, though, with, you know, Redwall, because they sort of have kind of their kind of festivals and festive periods, you know, that sometimes they have in some of their different stories. Oh, is that the optional objective in the background over there? There's probably a way to figure that out, and I'm probably just too lazy to actually work it. Oh, jams, right? There we go, collected 4 jam, got more of them. So this must be the garden room? Yeah. Because we've just come out of the medical bay, talked to old what's-his-face, and now we're here. So Mila's room is next door. Bolo's room is the one at the far end, so that's probably where we're going to, or it wants us to go to. But we can probably explore, hopefully, the galley and the kitchen before that, and maybe then loop around to Lyra's room. Actually, I haven't said that. Doesn't actually appear to be a door, does there? To access Lyra's room. That's a curious one. I wonder what that's about. I wonder if Lyra was the wife, maybe. Maybe that's where it's going. Okay, just explore around there or through there. Okay, so we found some more jams. Jamses. So this should be Mila's room, by the looks of it. Aha! See? Yeah. So we're in here now. It's almost like the music changed a little bit. There's stuff for us to find on there. It's that little weird mouse or thing on the bed there. I'm curious. Alright. Anything else to look at in here? There's a big scent of apples or something over here, apparently. Nothing on the shelf. Right, we'll look at this document here. New law, anatomy notes. We're just stealing Mila's notes. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's got apples there, you see. Right, let's have a look at the document we got. Anatomy notes. Oh, wow, there you go. That's a interesting question, though, because obviously in Redwall, their equivalent of doctors and, you know, nurses and physicians are healers, and they always use like herbal remedies. Makes you kind of curious, you know. They haven't been through their sort of medical renaissance yet, where they actually start looking at anatomy. So what's she looking at there? The heart? Looks like it, doesn't she? Right mammary, right external carotid. Interesting. Yeah, the first arterial branch from the abdominal aorta below the diaphragm is the, okay, maybe not the heart, but celiac artery, which branches to arteries that supply the stomach. The something arteries lead to the dorsal muscles in the back. Arteries that branch from the aorta in the rat arm, small and fragile. I see. So you've been cutting up bodies, there you go, to examine them. Well, someone's got to do it. Oh, hello. That's shining. Hang on. Is there something I can do around here? Maybe can I move a box or something? Or Because that is shining. That's a full-on wreath with a big golden bell on it. So maybe we have to, like, jump at it. I don't know. Hit. That is definitely shining, and I don't know why. Curious. Well, maybe we can come back to that in a bit, find out more about it. I love the aesthetic of this place, though. Because you've got, obviously, like, the big hatches for the deck of the ship up above, but then they've, like, put down walls inside to divide it into actual rooms. Oh, something? Oh, that's just a door. Thought there was something behind it, then. Okay, so Bolo's room is probably at the end there, and it looks like we can go through. So I wonder if you can get up above, onto the top of the walls, and that'll enable us to go along. Washroom. Let's have a look at this. Ah, here you go. They've got a big bathtub. Anything in here? There's something out there. It looks like a key. Hello. I'll have to get to that in a second, using my special sense. God, that is a... it's a big tub, that, isn't it? Jeez. Well, if you're a big stoat, you need a big tub, I guess. Anything else in here that we can find, or... anything in the fireplace, maybe? Oh. There was something I just saw then that showed up in a glow, unless that was just me. Still that key over there. I wonder if we can sort of climb up somewhere. If we climb up onto the... can we get on the fire? No, not onto the mantelpiece. No. Doesn't look like it, does it? No. Unless we can go onto the barrels. Aha. See? Oh, careful. Carefully does it. Yep. Oh, I'm on. Okay, okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this. Oh, there's another bell over there. So these stoats apparently celebrate Christmas, I guess. Well, how nice of them. You know what I'm like. I like to see if I can parkour my way onto areas typically where I'm not supposed to go, and then I end up breaking the game. I don't think I can really jump up there, though, because of the protruding floorboards. Right, what was the washroom? So Bolo's room over here is probably where it wants us to go. Now, he's got something on the bed there. Ah, is that the nasturtium? Saying it wants us to get out of there. What's with the key, though?
Found it.
You found a key, right. I see. So, what's this? Ah.
Did Bolo
Oh, no.
leave a few here on purpose? Why would he do that?
Well, we got what we came for. What's on the bed? Oh, it's a document. New mail. Bobo's mail. Oh, Bolo. Bolo's mail. Oi Bolo, you sap-sucking scallywag. Don't suppose you'd remember a young fox such as myself, but I've made some very interesting new friends. Couldn't help but think of you and your traitorous ways. I took the liberty of volunteering your services to them. Oh, and when you are on your way over, do me a favour and bring the goods you Omar. She's not too happy about our broken deals. Ever yours, Chicken Hound. Interesting. Another little tie-in there with the books. If you've read your Redwall, you will know who Chicken Hound was. Chicken Hound was a character in the original Redwall book. He was a young fox. His mother was a healer, Stella the Fox, who was also traitorous, who was basically recruited by Clooney the Scourge to heal him, but tried to sort of become a double agent for both him and the Redwallers, to play them off against each other, then steal treasure from Redwall. But they got found out, and I think Stella was killed by Clooney's rats. Chicken Hound made his way to Redwall, where they healed him of his wounds, but then he betrayed them and tried to steal their treasure. And when he'd escaped, I'm trying to remember if I can remember the storyline. He killed an old mouse. I think it was Methuselah, wasn't it? Who he killed. He murdered him during his escape. But then when he got out into Mossflower, when he was hiding, he was not killed, but he was attacked by Asmodeus, the serpent, who basically messed up his face. And then Chicken Hound came back in Matameo as the main villain, where he took on the alias Slager the Cruel after he'd grown older, and because he became a slaver, selling slaves to the kingdom of Malcaris, I think it was. So a nice little tie-in there. So okay, so basically Bolo and Chicken Hound know each other, and the hint is that maybe Chicken Hound is pressing Bolo into doing things. Doesn't want to. Okay, an entrance there. That might be to the outside or something. Oh my, there's a lot of stuff to look at in here, potentially. Let's have a look around. Anything up above? Or... it's like a little shelving area. Is this the feast? Galley feast, it says on there. The galley, basically. Right. Who doesn't know, galley of course was a term for what was essentially the kitchen on a ship. But galley was also the name of a type of ship. Typically seen used by, for example, like Middle Eastern states, like the Barbary pirates, people like that. Oh, okay, they've got that big sort of carpet down there, very fancy. They've even created an actual chimney, fireplace in here. It's got to be something in here for us to look at. Ooh. Let's deal with this over here. What's this about? Oh, I can't go there. Okay, never mind. Maybe that'll come into play later on. There's some question marks going around here. Is there something for us to look at scent-wise? This thing. Hello, what's that? Corn. There we are. Okay, so we learned that. Is there any more question marks? There's a few, but they might just disappear because they might be residual ones from the corn, which I think they probably were. Okay. Don't think there's anything else, is there? By the looks of it. Well, we'll go back to Thingy in a second. That's just ale. Yeah, we've found it's in everything. Alright, so there is a door now that goes through into the kitchen. Let's go through into here. Just examining this whole place. Because why the heck not? What's this? Anything we can look at, or is that just... Nah, that's stuff we already know. Document up here. Recipe, sweet cream boil. Hello, hello. Is that on here? Sweet cream boil. Well, there you go. There's a little recipe for you there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to actually try doing that, you can pause the video. Uncle Jeb's sweet cream biscuit boil. There you go. Yes, get your Redwall cookbook and all that. What's this here? That's unidentified scent. Coming out of there? Can I jump up here and look at this, or is this unidentified scent coming from through the wall, perhaps? That might be the case, mightn't it? So yeah, we're in the kitchen. So yeah, there is that sort of blocked off area over there where Lyra's room was. And also just still curious if there's a way for us to jump up to the level above and get that optional goodie. The, whatchamacallit, optional document or whatever it was. Oh, come on, I was up on that table a second ago. Here we go. Onto the firewood. There we are. Oh, God. Careful. Okay, never mind. Right. Well, we got what we came for. That's the good news. Can we find a secret room through the fireplace? Maybe. No. Who knows? See, there's like doors up above as well, because obviously there's a deck above, but kind of curious if there's a way up there. I feel like there should be, because I feel like the way it's laid out, it's almost like it's kind of going to be like a jumping puzzle or something, but see, there's candles up there, so clearly someone was able to get up there and lay that down. Alright, let's back up this way. Still don't know what the deal is with the thingy though, the whatchamacallums, the bells and wreaths. Can we talk any more to this guy? Take him to task over the fact that the thing was actually in his room?
What is it?
Valos.
It's not in the pan.
But
Nah, it's just the same. Leave him then.
I can smell fever.
Right. No worries, I've got the fever for you right now, so we can talk to old, what's-his-face over here. How you doing?
Our bolo didn't give you too much trouble. Here now, Liam. Drink this. Thank you for bringing me these ingredients, Sophia. Liam must rest now. For a while.
He looks so miserable.
Take some time to settle
that camera, then.
It will slow the infection and bring down his fever. In the meantime, I'm sure you're quite weary yourself. Would you care for some dinner?
Oh, yes! I made a great soup today. Perfect for warming you up on a cold winter's night. I'll have it heated up in a whisker. Come find me in the galley when you're ready to eat, okay?
wait, Valo. We didn't only come here for Liam's sake.
Oh.
This here, it's a special key, the Tangram. Robin said it would be safe with you.
What were you thinking, Spring Hunter?
What?
Sophia, where did Robin get this?
I don't know. I don't even know what it's for. Only that the rats want it, and it's important they don't get it. Please. Robin trusts you to keep it safe, and I don't know what else to do with it.
Very well. I'll put this in my study, and we will discuss it later. For now, it's important Liam gets his rest, and you ought to as well. Let Mila know when you're ready for supper, and Until then, please, make yourself at home. If you'd like to chat with me or anyone else, you ought to do it before we eat.
Thank you, Mrs. Scrimpaw, for everything.
Call me Valor. Any friend of Robin's is a friend of mine. I am quite curious as to what events led to all this.
The voices are going a bit low there. Might just be something for,
See how everyone is doing before we sit down for dinner.
I was just gonna say, you know, I'm sure Soma Games probably watch my videos on this little franchise from time to time, so might just be something for them to make a note of. See if they can up the volume on some of the voices a little bit, just to, unless it's just the way I've balanced out the audio things. I don't know. I think he's delirious. Okay, well, not much to say to him there. Right, well, it wants us to go, obviously, to the galley, to the kitchen, to go and get food. But until we, well, we don't actually need to go over there just yet, because until then, we basically can explore this this vessel to our heart's content. Okay, right. I'm thinking probably we'll make this episode 1, because I've actually been recording quite a while there. So we'll make a nice, big, decently sized episode 1 for that, and then we'll continue on in the next part, which I'll get recording straight away. Because, like I said, we're going to block record this. Either all of it, or at least as much as we can get through this afternoon. So I hope you enjoyed that first one. Nice little easy introduction back into the story of the Scout. I'm looking forward to seeing the conclusion of this little tale, how it turns out and all that. And you know what like I said before, I do love these games because of how quaint and just quite adorable, and just how much love has actually been put into them. It's quite striking. So there you go, folks. Fantastic stuff. Also, I've completely forgotten as well. I'd also just like to give a shout out to Soma Games, because they sent me a little poster, a little signed poster for all the book testing I did for them. Because you remember in the Act 2, there was the bug in the Captain Snow section. They actually sent me a little thank you gift, because I helped them actually resolve that bug by basically recording some footage for them to use in bug testing. So that was very nice of them. If I can actually get a picture of it, I might, I don't know, put it up on the screen, maybe just after I do my outro here. So stick around for that, ladies and gents, if you want to. But yeah, other than that, hope you enjoyed, everyone. Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel, if you're interested in anime-related content and all that. But other than that, yeah, if you enjoyed, a like's always appreciated. But other than that, I'm signing off now, and hoping you all join me for part 2. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, careful. Got it. Okay, everybody, let's see the surprise. Hello, it's the Robo-Pirates. They say I never understood with this secret area. Are they actually supposed to be the robot pirates, except all kind of like deactivated? Or are they actually just supposed to be kind of like statues or cut out models? I don't know, I suspected they're supposed to be the actual deactivated pirates. Hence why I, you know, pointed out that Robo-Pirate technology back there of the hoodlums been using scavenged pirate technology. Can you actually hear me over the sound of all that treasure being accumulated? I certainly hope so. See, look, we got freaking gorilla pirates. We got